Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss the marketing plan format. So, sinimplify ko lang to para at least mas magawa ninyo na mas mabilis. So, chapter 1 is the company background. So, ano nga ba yung history, anong pangalan, anong tagline, anong logo ng kumpanya ninyo, no? So, it's all about your company. So, first one, ayan, company profile. Ano ba yung explanation about your business? Ano yung concept niya? Ano yung mga services na meron siya? Saan siya nagmula? Paano nabuo yung pangalan? So, then next is yung mga logo and tagline ng negosyo ninyo. Then, bakit yan yung logo? Anong explanation? So, ganun, no? And then, what is the marketing vision? So, when we say vision, it is a statement describe what the company desired to achieve, yung pinaka long run ano nila, goal. So, generally, this is the frame ng isang company. Ano yung gusto niyang ma-achieve 5 to 10 years from now or even longer pa. So, it depicts a visions of what the company will look like in the future and set a defined direction for the planning and execution of corporate level strategies. So, example of vision statement ng McDonald's. To move with velocity to drive profitable growth and become an even better McDonald's, serving more customers delicious food each day around the world. So again, ang vision, ito yung na-visualize mo with your company 5 to 10 years from now. And then, the marketing mission naman, it defines your purpose. So, yung mission naman, bakit mo itinayo yung kumpanya mo, anong pinaka-mission niya, or ano naman yung purpose niya. O, diba? So, what you ultimately want to achieve in your life or career, express a specific measurable way statement form. So, again, sabi nga natin, it should be smart. Ayan, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So, this is the example of McDonald's mission statement. To be our customers' favorite place and way to eat and drinks. So, next one is yung marketing objectives natin. Sa marketing objectives natin, ito yung mga goals na sinaset natin sa ating business, kung paano natin may pupromote yung isang product or services sa mga potential customers natin. In the other word, marketing objectives are the market strategy set in order to achieve the overall organizational objectives. Again, ang objectives, it should be related sa mission and vision. Okay, so dapat related sila sa isa't isa. And it can be bullet type yung paggawa ninyo. 3 to 5 key result dapat. Hindi pwedeng dalawang objectives lang, hindi pwedeng isang objective. So it can be 3 hanggang 5 na objectives. And again, it should be smart. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So dapat makatotohanan siya, yung kaya talaga siyang i-achieve. Tapos very specific, hindi yung paligoy-ligoy pa, no? The next one is yung tinatawag natin na company brand or SWOT analysis. Sa SWOT analysis, meron tayong tinatawag na strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It analyzed the framework used to evaluate a company competitive position and to develop strategic planning. So dito, kaya natin ina-analyze yung SWOT analysis para makakreate tayo ng mga plano. Ano ba yung mga strategy na kailangan natin para yung weakness natin makonquer natin or para yung mga susunod na opportunities is makamit natin, no? So, kaya pinag-aaralan na din natin yung SWOT analysis para makapag-develop tayo ng isang magandang strategic plan. And dito sa SWOT analysis, ina-assess niya ang internal and external factors. At saka, ina-assess din niya kung ano ba yung mga pwedeng o yung current ngayon na nangyayari at saka yung mga future pa na pwede pang mangyari. Okay, the next one is yung chapter 2 natin. Meron tayong tinatawag na marketing background. So, establish the potential importance of an opportunity for a new product using information about market and environmental factors. Again, dito sa marketing plan, dapat yung product and services ninyo may pagkakaiba versus sa iba. So, paano siya magiging unique? And ano yung mga strategies na gagawin natin para makilala siya sa market, no? Sa masa. So, first one is yung overview of the industry. Ano ba yung market size natin? Yung market size, ito yung tinatawag natin na the total number of potential buyers of a product or services within a given market and a total revenue that these sales may generate. So, dito sa marketing background, aaralin ninyo yung pinaka-background ng market ninyo. Kaya nga siya tinawag na marketing background. So, sa market size, aaralin ninyo ilan ba talaga yung total number na pwede ninyo maging potential buyers doon sa product nyo or services ninyo. Okay, so market trends, ano ba yung trending or ano ba yung uso ngayon sa business and line ninyo? Again, iba-iba yung business ninyo, so depende sa klase ng negosyo. Magfo-focus kayo doon sa pinaka business type ninyo. Okay? So like for example, fine dining restaurant kayo. Ano ba yung market size ng fine dining restaurant doon sa specific location na pinili ninyo? And analyze of the competition. Dito, pinaaral ninyo yung kakompetensya ninyo, no? Meron tayong tinatawag na direct competitors at saka, ayan, meron tayong tinatawag na direct competitors analysis and indirect competitors analysis. Ano ba yung direct competitors? Direct competitors, ibig sabihin, pagsaglitin ko na lang, no, para at least hindi rin ganun kahaba yung video natin. Kapag direct competitors, ito yung mga negosyo na parehas kayo ng product, parehas kayo ng services na ibinebenta. Okay? Ayan, sabi dito, direct competitors is a business or entity that offers product or services that directly compete with your business interests. Direct competitors who not only target the same customer group but also sell the same thing. So, hindi lang kayo parehas ng target market, hindi lang kayo parehas ng pinagbebentahan, pero halos parehas kayo ng product. So, like for example, yung Jollibee at McDonald's, they have direct competitors talaga. So, dito sa direct competitors analysis, aaralin ninyo, sino ba yung mga kaparehas ninyo na negosyo na nag-offer ng halos same product and then, or same services. So, yun ang aaralin ninyo. No? Kapag ka naman indirect competitors, ito yung mga slightly different yung products ninyo, pero halos same kayo ng target market. Okay? So, like for example, magpakita tayo dito sa PowerPoint. Ito yung mga direct competitors, McDonald's versus kay KFC versus kay Wendy's, kay Burger King and Chowking. Kasi halos pare-pareha sila na fast food, no? And especially si McDonald's and Jollibee kasi sila yung talagang halos may parehas na binibenta ng klase ng product. So, yun yung mga direct competitors. When we say indirect competitors naman, ito yung magkakaiba kayo ng product in line. Pero, yung goal ninyo is iisa lang yung pinaka-target. Like for example, competition among company that sells different types of goods that target the same customer group and satisfy the same needs. O example, magkakaiba kayo ng, ulit ha, sa indirect competition, possible magkakaiba kayo ng product. Pero pare-parehas kayong pagkain. Example yon. And then, ang pinaka-tina-target ninyo is parehas na group of customers. And then, parehas ng satisfaction. Example, yung nagugutom na tao. Pwede siyang bumili ng pizza, pwede rin siyang bumili ng burger. So, si pizza at si burger, magkaiba sila ng product. Pero, iisa lang yung goal nila, which is maibsan yung kagutuman ng isang tao. So, kaya siya nagiging indirect competition kasi yung isang tao, pwedeng pumili siya ng pizza or pwede siyang pumili ng burger. No? So, yun yung indirect competition. Pwedeng different types of goods, pero iisa lang yung customer group nila na tina-target at saka iisa lang yung gusto nilang i-satisfied na needs ng isang tao. Okay, then next is, ayan, description of the proposed target market. Define the intended user of the product. It will determine the strategies and choices made in development of the mix. So dito, you need to analyze na sino ba talaga yung target market ninyo for your product or services. When we say market segmentation, this is the process that consists of sectioning the target market into smaller groups that share similar characteristics, kagaya ng mga edad, income, personality traits, behavior, interest, needs, or location. So dito, mas pinapaliit mo yung target market mo. Kumbaga, kinakategorize mo siya. Sinesectioning mo yung target market mo. Depende kung saan yung location nila, depende sa edad nila, yan nga yung demographic, yung personality nila, depende sa income nila, sa behavior nila. So, kinakategorize mo siya para at least mas makikilala mo kung sino ba talaga yung gusto mong target market. Ayan, dito naman tayo sa market targeting. Market targeting is a process of selecting the target market from the entire market. So, like for example, sa buong Pasig o sa buong Manila, malaki yung potential na pwede ninyo maging target market. But, you need to choose kung sino ba talaga yung specific target market ninyo. No? Depende sa location, ano ba yan, depende sa edad. Like for example, yung sanitary napkin, hindi naman siya pwede sa lahat ng edad. So, depende kung sino yung mga age na pwedeng gumamit sa kanya. Again, depende sa klase ng business and or depende sa klase ng services or product na meron kayo. Ayan. So, target market consists of a group of buyers to whom the company wants to satisfy. Sino ba yung gustong isatisfy ng company ninyo? Or to whom the product is manufactured. Price is set, promotion efforts are made, and distribution network is prepared. When we say mass marketing naman, this is the process of appealing to an entire market rather than one targeted group. So kanina, may target group talaga tayo, specific. Sa mass market naman, pinipili natin yung mas malawak na potential buyer, no? Ayan, mostly dito sa mass market, they use marketing techniques ng mass distribution and mass media para mas makakuha sila ng mas maraming potential customers. And dito sa mass marketing, yung advertising natin, ginagamit natin para mas makakuha tayo ng mas mataas na numbers ng potential customers natin. Market positioning is a strategic exercises we use to establish the image of brand or product in consumer mind. This achieved through the 4Ps: promotion, price, place, and product. So dito naman tayo papasok sa chapter 4, which is the marketing mix. Develop the strategy and tactics for communicating the brand value positioning using the 4Ps of marketing. Dito sa market positioning, ayan, ginagamit natin yung, para ma-achieve natin yung market positioning, ginagamit natin yung 4Ps na tinatawag natin. Nagpo-promote tayo ng product, inaayos natin yung presyo, saan natin siya ibebenta, anong product or services ba yung meron tayo. So, para makilala siya ng tao. So, dito, what is the product? So, dito, ilalagay ninyo, what is your product strategy? Ano ba yung characteristic? Ano ba yung features ng product and services ninyo? Bakit siya kakaiba versus sa other product that existing nowadays? No? Ano yung branding niya? Ano ba yung packaging and labeling niyan? Kakaiba siya ba siya versus sa ibang product ngayon? So, yun yung mga ilalagay dito sa product decision. What is product strategy ninyo? Okay? Actually, yung iba dito, na-discuss din natin sa lecture natin. So, try to search na lang ng mas further details para at least mas maunawaan pa. And then, I will provide additional video then regarding this matter. Ayan. So, what is the price? Pricing strategy. Dito, we will determine ano ba yung selling price natin. Mababa ba yung presyo? Mataas ba? But marami kayong mga bagay na dapat i-consider kapag magpipresyo ng isang product. Especially kung pagkain yan kasi may costing siya. Kailangan ninyong identify ano ba yung mga ano ba yung mga ingredients na ginamit dyan. So, magkano ba yan? 'Di ba? And then, how much would be the markup pricing ninyo? So, maraming mga bagay na dapat i-consider when determining a selling price. So, kapag ang target market ninyo is mga student, so kailangan mababa lang yung presyo but not in a way na malulugi naman kayo, no? So, or ibibase nyo. Ito, actually, itong mga to, yung break-even point, value-based pricing, competition-based pricing, inaral na natin to sa lecture, no? Yung presyo nyo ba, ibibase nyo ba sa competitors ninyo? Kumbaga, ibabangga nyo ba sa competitors price ninyo? Kung mataas yung presyo ng competitors, bababaan nyo ba or tatapatan nyo lang? No? So, may mga ganong bagay na dapat i-consider when doing a pricing strategy. Sa place distribution naman or distribution strategy, ayan, meron tayong tatlong klase ng distribution. Meron tayong direct distribution, indirect distribution, and hybrid distribution. Dito, sinimplify ko na lang para mas mainawaan ninyo. Pag direct distribution, ibig sabihin, yung company ninyo nagbebenta direkta sa customers. Wala kayong middleman, wala kayong mediator, direct ka nagbebenta sa customers. Kapag ka naman indirect distribution, dito nagdi-deliver yung company sa mga nag-wholesale. And then, yung mga nag-wholesale, sila naman yung nagdi-deliver sa mga nagbebenta, mga bumibili ng paisa-isa lang or mga nagre-retail. Okay? So, kapag naman hybrid distribution, yung company mo gumagamit ng dalawang klase. Pwede ka mag-direct or mag-indirect. O for example, yung product or services manufacturer mo, meron siya mga relationship sa intermediary or yung mga nag-wholesale. Or else naman, pwedeng yung company mo is nagda-direct ka rin, nagbebenta sa customers. So hybrid, pinag-combine niya yung direct at saka indirect strategy. Eto, marami tayong mga factors na dapat kinoconsidered kapag sa distribution strategy. Ayan, sino yung target market mo? Ano ba yung goal ng business mo? Ano ba yung kakayanan ng business mo, ng mga resources mo? Ano ba yung image ng kumpanya mo? Ayan, nature of product. So, maraming mga bagay na dapat kinoconsidered in distribution. Ayan, ito, overall marketing strategy and promotion. Dito, we have different types of promotions. So, ay isipin ninyo, ano ba yung mga promotions na dapat gawin ng business ninyo? Kung product man yan or services, ano yung mga promotions na dapat nilang gawin? Gagamit ba kayo ng advertising? May self-promotion ba kayo? May digital marketing ba kayo? Magpa-personal selling ba kayo? So, yan no. Paano ninyo gagamitin yung mga to sa negosyo ninyo? Okay, so next is, ayan, budgetary requirements and financial analysis. Ayan, dito kailangan ninyo ilagay paano yung income statement ninyo, yung detailed ng marketing budget ninyo, magkano ba yung budget na ginamit ninyo para dun sa product ninyo or para sa services na meron kayo, magkano yung ginamit ninyong budget para sa negosyo ninyo. So, ilalagay po natin siya dyan, no? And yun lang muna for today. Then, if you have some questions, mag-message lang kayo sa akin para at least ma-address natin. Thank you.